So this will be the top for Bitcoin. I'm going to break it down for you in today's video. I'm also going to show you why this is a very real thing, because we're going to look at last cycle as well. And this is going to tell you exactly when to sell your Bitcoin and probably start taking profits on a lot of different altcoins, depending where the dominance is, right? Because last time when Bitcoin topped, that actually started altcoin season. Okay, so it doesn't necessarily mean like when Bitcoin tops, altcoins top also, because when Bitcoin topped last cycle, which I'll show you in a second, Dogecoin was priced at 7 cents. And over the next 4 weeks after Bitcoin topped, Dogecoin went from 7 cents to 75 cents. So it was absolutely insane. But the most important thing that you guys need to understand is I have this indicator on the chart behind me that tells me exactly when to start selling Bitcoin. And I hold Bitcoin, so this is something I'm watching very closely. And it's really simple, guys. It's called the PI cycle indicator. Okay, and when the lines touch, there's a blue line, you probably see it up here, and there's a green line up there. When they touch, that's it. The party's over. It's time to pack. It's time to sell. It's time to get out of all your Bitcoin. Okay, very simple. When the lines touch, that's all you need to know. Now you can pair this with the MACD, which I'll show you in a second. When the MACD starts to make a hump, I teach this stuff in my Patreon, by the way, links are down below. I have a whole video on it. It's called the perfect exit strategy if you want to take advantage of it. But once it starts making a hump, okay, like a mountain shape on the MACD, that's when you start to sell. That's when you start to exit. So when you pair them both together, and then also the stochastic, of course, and the RSI, then you feel very confident selling your position. Okay, if you don't understand this stuff, then you're probably just going to hold forever, or you're going to sell way too soon, and then you're going to be frustrated either whichever way happens, because if you hold forever, you're not going to make money because it's going to go up, it's going to come down. If you sell too soon, you're going to be pissed, because if you learn this stuff, you can actually understand when to exit at the right time or at the right week. Let me show you. This is exactly what I was talking about. See how the hump right there on the MACD? So right when it crosses too late. You got to do it before it crosses. The white arrow right there is when the blue line touched the green line. That was the cycle top. Okay, if you looked on the last picture I had, the lines were very far apart. They were nowhere near each other. So we do have time still. And that's why I'm very confident that 130,000 will happen for Bitcoin minimum, but maybe even more, right? Things can get crazy very fast. I think a lot of people are thinking this is dead, it's over. They're not going to make any money in altcoins or Bitcoin anymore. It's just going to stay stagnant, and then we're going to fall off a cliff. I don't think that. Of course, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. It's all my own opinion, but I'm still seeing higher highs very soon. As we look at the last 90 days for the market cap, okay, we're at 3.3 trillion right now. And you can see we have actually grown the last 90 days. Yes, we hit a high point over here, but now we're just consolidating before the next move up. I've always said, guys, I believe we're going to at least a $4.5 trillion market cap this cycle, which means another $1 trillion is about to get put into crypto. This is just what I believe, and I'm going to stick with my belief, right? So I don't care how long I got to wait. I do think alt season is around the corner with everything I've shown you guys with the Bitcoin dominance, the negative divergence that's been forming. But this is also important to understand what's the market cap at, and where's the market cap going to go? There's some people out there that believe we're going to a $10 trillion market cap this cycle. Like, it's a super cycle. That means almost another $7 trillion added into crypto. Can that happen? Yeah, it can. Is it going to happen this cycle? I have no freaking idea, right? Because if you think about everything, all the bullish news, the ETFs, Bitcoin ETFs, Ethereum ETFs, XRP ETFs are going to become a reality very soon. We might have Litecoin ETFs, Dogecoin ETFs. Like, if this thing actually becomes real, all the baby boomer money, all the Gen X money, all the millennial money, people that are inheriting money literally every single day, they're going to put it into ETFs, right? Because when you inherit an IRA, it's usually invested in stocks, bonds, mutual funds, ETFs. But if now there's crypto ETFs, well, my generation, millennials, I'm 32 years old. I mean, if they know a little bit about crypto, which probably most of them don't, like for me, if I inherited an IRA, I'd put in an ETF. Well, I would do a lot of other things, probably like stocks and all that stuff. But for most people, they want a mutual fund. They want an ETF. So if that becomes a reality, things could get crazy very fast. and a lot of money could start getting poured into crypto, which could ultimately get us to a $10 trillion market cap, making this a super cycle, making us a lot richer than we all expected, right? I mean, all the coins we talk about will go up massively. It's going to be insane. But right now, this can't be the top 3.3 trillion. Like, worst case scenario, 4.5 trillion in my honest opinion. Best case scenario, if the world was perfect, which it's not, $10 trillion market cap. I don't just tell you when to buy, I also tell you when to take profits. June 24th, Palantir, buy or take profits. I would take profits currently at 143.05. You could see now Palantir trades at $130. Here's one that did a double in about 2 months. SoFi has now doubled from since I said to buy at $9.11. You can see I made a post here and I made a post there. And this is where SoFi was the other day. I make it very simple and I underline things for you to look at. My strategy is very clear. It's through the Fibonacci, RSI, stochastic, MACD. I teach you guys when to buy and when to start exiting the market. If you're ready to start learning exactly what I do and what I see, check out the links out down below. Make sure you join today. If you pay for the whole year, you get 12% off. Let's also evaluate the fear and greed index because I talk about this. This is very important to understand. Right now, we are at 46 out of 100, guys. We are in neutral. You can see right here. We dipped into fear a couple days ago. This is the last 90 days, okay? Great times to buy, in my honest opinion, if you're not in crypto right now. I mean, I would say neutral right now, but if we go to fear or extreme fear, that is a buying opportunity. All the success I've had in my life is from not following the crowd, always doing something different, right? Give you a quick story. Went to the military after high school, didn't go to college. I went to college a little bit after the military, but I didn't finish because I was all about business. So I just wanted to learn more about the business that I was in and I'm still in today, right? And that made me a lot more successful than going to college. It worked for me, it might not work for you. But a lot of family, friends, they all went the college route. Go to school, get your degree, get a job, get the company 401k. It's all sunshine and rainbows, but is it really? Right? So when you go against what the crowd is doing, it's usually a good thing. So what do you feel the crowd is feeling right now? Like, what are most people feeling all across the world? They're scared. They're scared because crypto is not doing anything. They're scared because it hasn't really pumped where they thought it would go. They're scared because we're in neutral. They're confused right now. There's a lot of confusion. We're not in greed, and we're not in extreme greed. Here's a tip, guys. When we get to extreme greed, do yourself a favor and take some profit. Actually, don't do what I'm telling you to do. That's what I would do, okay? If I was new to this, I would just use this right here. I would hold some altcoins. If you're not in my Patreon, which I highly recommend, if we're not talking to each other, if we're not meeting over Zoom, then this is going to be hard for you, right? The people that meet with me over Zoom, I'm literally showing them the different stocks and cryptos and where it's probably going to go and when they can start taking profit using the strategy that I use with the indicators that I share with all of you. But if you're not a part of that, you're just wondering, when do I take profit? I would start to take profit once we get to extreme greed, maybe even into greed, take a little bit off the table, right? If you move it to cash, you're feeling good, you're sleeping good, you made money, which is a win. And always have this style. End this video with this today. There will always be another opportunity. I have messed up in my life in the past from not taking profit, okay? From thinking this is the stock that's going to change everything for me and my family. This is the crypto that's going to change everything for all of us. And it was the wrong mindset. When you fall in love with the stock or a crypto, you're screwing yourself at the end of the day. So don't do that. Make it simple. Watch these videos that I share with you. Subscribe, drop a like, and that's it, guys. Hope you have a great one.